Hi everybody, Chris here from Truly Holistic. Now in this video, I'm going to give you some insight and wisdom into how you can help somebody that has panic attacks and anxiety issues, right? Now, at Truly Holistic, I'm very proud with the way that we go about gaining an understanding of the causal effects of what somebody experiences a panic attack or anxiety, because a lot of the conventional treatments are very superficial and they work on the effect level, but really not remedying the causal factor in play. And at Truly Holistic, that's what we focus on. So what happens with somebody that has a panic attack, which for me is just a really severe experience of anxiety, is what happens is a very sudden collapse of their field. And what I mean by their field is their auric field. And our body is predetermined by the state of our field, right? So the way the body expresses itself, right, in regards to symptoms, how it behaves with the microbes in the body that the body's a host to, and how it ultimately functions is dependent on the auric field. So for most of us, a field we can't see, but this is the role of the body. Because we don't see it, how we understand what's happening in the field is we feel it through the body, okay? Because generally our symptoms are experienced by what we feel, okay? Where that collapsed field is also caused a lot of the times because we're too much in the head and we're using thought mentality instead of getting in the heart and feeling our way, because that's our natural way. That's how the body speaks and communicates us through feel, right? And really how we experience life is all about feel. It's not about thought at all. Thought becomes the problem. Now, so when that field collapses in, picture this. It's like if we could see the field, it's like being in this room right now and all four walls of the room caving in on me like gonna squash me. No wonder I'd panic, right? So that's what's happening with that panic attack, right? And you get the symptoms of heart palpitations, of that panic, that fear, and also a common symptom is this loss of control, right? Because that individual doesn't feel in control of the situation, and that loss of control is just like a vicious cycle. It's feeding the situation, and what we've come to find is that with every experience we have here, including something that doesn't make us feel comfortable, right? A panic attack, there's a lesson in it. And what that lesson is generally when we are up here too much, mindful mentality, we tend to want to be in control of the situation, want to be in control of everything. So when we get that sense of loss of control for a panic attack and heart palpitation, it's actually wanting you to let go of the need to want to be in control. That's what it's really teaching you. So here's an insight for you there. But I'm now going to tell you a very quick and easy way that you can help someone that, a loved one, someone close to you that's having a panic attack at the time, to remedy that panic attack, for those heart palpitations to go away, for them to recenter themselves. And here we go, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to come up to them. You're going to put one hand, right, around posteriorly, right, around their back, in alignment where their heart would be, okay? What you're going to do with the other hand, you're going to go anteriorly at the front on their chest, again, in alignment where the other one is on the back, directly, so the heart is in the middle of those two hands, okay? Because it's about the heart, okay? Because palpitations is literally your heart closed off and your inner soul consciousness knocking on the door, wanting to get through. That's what a palpitation is, okay? Because you're up here too much, okay? When we get back in here, we open our heart up, everything's good, right? Our field expands out, right? It's not collapsing, it's going up, right? Get the picture. And what you got, those two hands there, and what you're going to do is you're going to say an intention. And that intention, and you again, just you can close your eyes and visualize, like while your hands are in place like that with that client or with that loved one. And you're just going to simply say, open, and just say their name, open their heart. So let's say it's Jill. Open Jill's heart by enabling that flow of their energy, their consciousness, their soul through the heart. Okay, and just keep saying it. Okay, and I would really invite you, for you, the person that's doing that, to drop in your heart, to stay very present, feel into that intention that you're making, right? So it becomes a representation of your heart that creates a greater connection between you and the person you're helping out, okay? So you keep going that and you say, open Jill's heart with flow, enabling that energy through their heart, which is their soul consciousness, okay? You can do that. And then the next, again, keeping your hands there, another thing you can say is you go, allow Jill to simply allow, surrender, and forgive, right? Those three principles are all heart-centered principles, the heart characteristics that support flow of energy, which means to get that person's heart open again. And when you get their heart more open and available, then all of a sudden those palpitations will go away. They will become more centered because the heart innately brings someone back into balance, and it will start to expand their field back out, right? Remember, the panic attacks because of a sudden collapse of field, and that happens when we're up here. When we get this more open and prise that open, that field starts to expand out. They will start to feel more at ease, more centered, and that's the end of their panic attack or anxiety. It's a great way of doing it. I've done this many times for people where it's worked within minutes, very quickly. We do it in session work too. I offer 45-minute session work. We've helped people with anxiety, and within half an hour, 45 minutes, when we do that session work, we're getting somebody that is severely conflicted, confused, panicky, and fear mode, fight or flight, and then they're just calm. You can see it in their demeanor and their intention. It's just completely transformed within half an hour, right? All of a sudden they're a different person. They're more connected, they're more in the heart, they're more balanced. It's wonderful. It's beautiful work that we provide at Trinity Holistic. So if that sounds interesting to you, of course, use what I've provided for you in the video, to help yourself out. To, even if you're the one that's having panic attacks, to let your significant other or a friend or a family member watch this video so they know what to do when you need them at that time. But if you'd like to book a session with me where we can dig into it even deeper, go to my website, trinityholistic.net/appointments/ and book a session there. I've got clients all over the world where we just do distance video calls. Works just like you sitting right next to me. And that's the energy game, because the causal aspect's in the energy, it's in the unseen. And I can also provide that insight of getting you to connect more with the body and understand the body and interpret in a way that what it's presenting to you is always a lesson to take notice of, though. Okay, anyway, next time. Catch you later.